calling me, but I didn't want to keep doing that. I've done it for 4 years. Every week. Not a week went by that I didn't preach to a homeless person or love somebody or spend half of my paycheck on socks and underwear to give to strangers. And not a week. I was tired of it. I wanted to preach in revivals and tent meetings and pastor a church, anything but what God was telling me to do. And I normally don't even tell this part of this story because it sounds fruity, but I'm going to tell you, and you just do with it whatever you want to. I'm driving down Martintown Road. It's 10:15 at night. Nobody's there. North Augusta is not no nightlife down. And I'm getting real close to the end of Martintown Road where you get on US 1, and there's some little businesses. And I began to bargain with God. I said, God, and I was like, Lord, maybe you're not even calling me. Maybe this is all in my head anymore. And I said, Lord, if it's really you calling me, and if it's you telling me to do this with my life, then let me see a homeless man walking down the road before I get to Highway 1. I don't know why I told God to do that. But I'll say this, you never saw a homeless person on the North Augusta side on that stretch of highway, especially not at 10:15 at night. And I was crying, wiping my tears, and I opened my eyes good. Down the road, down the sidewalk, on my right-hand side walks a man. He had a big duffel bag, army-style backpack, and he was walking down the sidewalk with his head held low. And I looked at him, and I drove past him, and I remember doing this. And just saying, oh my goodness. And my instinct took over because anytime that I see someone like that and I'm able, I'll turn around, I'll go witness to them or talk to them or give them a gift package or whatever, or at least a track. And so I immediately turned around. I took my eyes off of this man for about 10 seconds at the most. And when I did a U-turn and turned around, he was nowhere to be found. I rode down the side street for 20 minutes. He was nowhere to be found. And I'll say something else. There was nowhere for him to go. You could have had a thug that stole the TV. He wouldn't have been able to get away from you. There was nowhere to go. And I began to cry more. And I pulled over in a little parking lot there. And I just broke down and cried. And I said, Lord, I don't want to be this. I don't want this to be the sum total of my ministry career. God, why are you calling me to do this? And the Lord spoke to my heart. He so gently said, you need to stop worrying about what you're being called to do. And you need to think about who's calling you to do this.
That's right.
And as quick as he said that, I said, okay, whatever you want. And my tears of anger and a struggle to not want to do what God wanted me to do suddenly turned into tears of joy. And I said, well, praise God. I do know a lot of old boys back at the school that don't have a clue what they're going to do. They're hoping some church calls them. They're hoping they get a break. They're just hoping that somebody will hire them. And here I sit with a call on my life. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the God of glory, the one that hung the stars in the sky, the one that puts them out every night and takes them away in the morning, the one that brings the sun up and puts the moon out there, this God has desired that I would do something for him in my life.
Amen. Amen.
And my honest prayer turned into a submissive prayer, which turned into a surrendered life. And praise God for that.
Amen.
I'm done. I don't even know how to end this. Let's all stay. Sis, if you could find maybe a place on the piano and just play softly for us. I've tried tonight to just lay this foundation and kind of